What is up, everybody? Mike Holt here with eXp Realty. Today we're going to talk about listing appointments and how we close more appointments with signed contracts than any other team that I know. We do a few things a little different, a little better than some other teams, and some other teams do things better than us, but this is what works for us. But before I do that, I just want to remind everybody that I love to teach. I'm a certified coach, mentor, I'm a former teacher, I'm a top producing real estate agent, and just absolutely love what I do. So I hope you gain something from my videos, and if you do, be sure to like, comment, follow, subscribe, share with your friends. Just get the word out there that this is some content that helped you. Let's go ahead and get started on today's topic, which is closing more listing appointments with a signed contract. So I'll tell you this, all real estate agents that I know love to talk. They're good at sales, and that's awesome. But when other real estate agents are, they're batting at about 60% if they're really good, we're more like 95%. And I'll tell you, it's because we really train our agents to shut up and list it, right? So God gave us one mouth and two ears for a reason. We're meant to listen more than we talk. And a lot of real estate agents, they just fall into the trap of jibber jabber, right? We're all really good at that. I know I am. So I have to really focus on listening more than I speak. We do have some probing questions here and there, to get the information that we need. You've got to ask the right questions, but the more we let our clients or potential clients speak, the more they're going to give us their pleasure points and their pain points, their reasons for selling, their motivation, and we can use that to help them accomplish their goals. But a lot of real estate agents go in with this mindset of, I've got this checklist that I've got to get filled out and all these questions answered, and it just feels so much business-like, and it's not building rapport. Where if we go in, we ask questions, but first we give them the chance to spill the beans on whatever they want to talk about. Sometimes when you go into a listing appointment, it's best to not always be about business. Try to build a rapport. The longer you get them to talk, the more they feel invested with you, and the more likely you are to get the listing rather than somebody else. A lot of times we go in, they don't even interview anybody else because they feel inclined to work with us because they feel like they've built a relationship by the time we leave their home. By the time we leave that listing appointment, we feel like we're friends and we're going to work well together. That's the feedback that we constantly get, and that's because we listen. Okay, so when you go to a listing appointment and you go meet a new client, be sure, usually it goes something kind of like this. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Thank you for having me over today. I can't wait to hear all you have to tell me about your beautiful, awesome home. Do you mind walking me around and let's talk a little bit? It's just something simple, some kind of introduction, and get them to walk you around the property. And as you're walking, be really interested in what they have in their home, right? Again, a lot of homeowners are really proud of their homes. They've done a lot of work to it to get it ready to sell, whatever it might be. So you can ask probing questions. If sometimes you'll run into a seller that just doesn't know what to say, so they might be a little less inclined to start the conversation. So you do want to have probing questions to get them involved and be like, oh, this looks freshly painted. When's the last time you painted? Or hey, how old is this ceiling fan? Or, it's something dumb, anything. And, and that sometimes we'll probe them to be like, oh, we upgraded at this time, or, we did this work at that time, or whatever it might be. So you're getting the questions answered that you need, but you're not just like check boxing it, right? So I do carry a notepad with me or my phone. I take notes as we're talking, but I'm really engaged in what they're saying. Active conversation. As they're talking, I'm talking back, right? But I let them control the flow of the conversation, if that makes sense. I want them to feel that I'm actually listening. Because a lot of guys, think about it, the real estate agents that you guys deal with, they're not very well trained. They go in, they're all proper, and they're all about business, right? And it works for some people, all right? I know some guys that are kind of pompous that are really successful, and that's good for them. Doesn't work for us, our team. What works for our team is we all are actively listening as our clients are telling us their story, right? And guys, we're getting roughly 95% of our listings on the first appointment, okay? And so make sure that you guys are listening more than you're speaking, all right? Pretty easy, guys. Like, it's gonna end up being like a 7-minute video. That's the one thing that I would say we do better than anybody else. If you guys want a sample of some of the probing questions that we have, I've got a listing appointment presentation kind of script that we use, and I would be glad to share it with you. Just comment down below, hey, listing presentation, and I'll send you the questions that we use as probing questions. Again, we don't go in with a presentation on PowerPoint and all that, okay? That had a time and place. That's not us today. That's not what I see our sellers wanting. More often than not, we go in, we meet, we have a cordial conversation with probing questions, get a signed listing agreement, on our way to sell this house, right? Hope this helps, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the information if it was helpful at all to you. See you on the next video. Peace out, guys.